It's the Date Master, and we're back. Late night, late night upload, late night session. This is gonna be a good one here. But we're gonna start diving into. We're gonna start breaking down the fabric of what's to come. The Bachelor's Bible is on the way. The Old Testament. Um, what this video is gonna break down. We're talking about the new dating market and what you should know. But first, before we get into that, let's take a look at your dating history. If you're a male, let's say you're 30 plus, you're still single, you may have just recently got out of a situation with a lady that you thought was promising and she came up to disappoint, and you said, you know what, this is not worth my time or energy. You're focused on your goals, business, etc. What you need to look at, let's walk this down. When you look at your dating history, you look at everything that you went through with women, especially if you had, if you had personality, you had a good and experience overall with women, you notice a few things that they had in common. You had some arguments, you spent money, you went on dates, you did things that you really can attribute to an investment or return of your investment, whether that be going on a trip, etc., etc. What you need to realize is that a lot of women that you dated, they did not date with the purpose of staying and building and becoming your wife or marrying you. They dated you with the purpose of having a partner to have fun and get entertainment with, because they have women have about 3 facets of life that they want to keep covered at all times. That's always having a male present, a job, career, whatever, so they can have income, and their social life. Those three things entail, when you have encountered them and dealt with them, let's say a year to 2 years, I always say that most relationships fail within the first phase. The first phase is going to be pretty much 6 months to 2 years. That's going to be the first phase of relationships, because in reality, it takes about 12 months to properly vet someone. It's going to take about a year. And I say that because you need to see their emotional fluctuation throughout all of the seasons of the year, because each season is going to birth or expose different sets of emotions. You get in the holidays time, October to January, that's that Christmas fall spirit. They're going to have different emotions. That summertime, June to September, it's hot. They're going to have different emotions. That springtime, that March to June, they're going to have different emotions. January up into March, that Valentine's Day season, they're going to have different emotions. So it really takes 1 year to properly vet a woman when you're looking to get into a long-term relationship. But when you look at your dealings, you look at what I want you guys to do is start counting your money. Start counting the dates that you go on, picking up food here, getting food there, and noticing the food that you may have at the house or in her house. She has her own place, which she should. If you're over a certain age, things happen, but in most cases, you're going to have your own spot. She'll have her own spot. But just start tallying up the money that you spend on bullshit when you don't have to. And you're going to ask yourself, why am I spending all of this money? And what that is, that's the cost of doing business. It's kind of like a buffer. So when you're headed to her house, or she's headed to you, you're calling in the order, having her pick it up, or DoorDash, whatever. This is pretty much an offset to set the mood, because for whatever reason, when men and women, when you date, it's almost like it's automatically assumed that you have to eat, that they can't eat before they come see you. They're always hungry when they get around you. And it's not so much for the fact that they want you to spend money. In some cases, in most cases, they do. But it's the fact that they know you're going to eat something a little unique. You're not going to eat your turkey sandwich and sun chips like I do. When I'm chilling, working, I may have a turkey sandwich, some sun chips, some applesauce, some simple. But for whatever reason, these women get these grandiose appetites when they come around me, and they want, 5-star restaurants, DoorDash. They want to go here, they want to go there. And you start looking at things that you're doing. They want to go on these trips. When it's other business at hand that takes precedent, they're still going to force the issue because they want to keep up with the Jones. They don't want an overlap in their social life. So you're going to start hearing rhetoric saying, we haven't went anywhere. We haven't did this and that. Motherfucker, we just did. We've been going out every week. We've been doing XYZ. But because her circle is going out of town, going on different trips, going places, she feels she has to play keep up. And that's going to hurt your pockets. That's going to start putting a dent in your pockets because she wants you to fund her lifestyle. She wants you to invest and contribute to her keeping up with her friends. Now, I'm not saying she won't spend any money. She'll spend it. But again, if she's spending $5 and you're spending $5, that's $1,000. What can you two do with $1,000? You can invest that in something a little bit more fruitful. But no, she wants you to invest in entertainment because she has to show the world that she's living a certain life. So when you tally up your history, it's sex, food, date, trip, sex, food, date, trip, sex, food, date, trip. Nothing of substance. You have to be the one to lead and express self-development. You have to lead by example by showing the self-development. And if they don't take heed, they may do a little bit, but if they don't take the bull by the horns and say they're going to do their own, they're not really into self-developing. They're going to hold you back. They're going to distract you because they're waiting for you to do your self-development while they do the same bullshit that they've been doing. They're going to do the same bullshit that they've been doing and say, okay, you done with that? Okay, it's time to go on a trip. Okay, you've been saving up. I know you want to get a house. I know you want to invest in this equipment, etc. I know you want to, have money to renovate and do things when you get your house. But let's go on this trip. You have to 86 that shit quick. But just start tallying up. Just look at if a lot of times now everything is digital, just look at your bank transactions and count the transactions and the amount of money that you spend on food and entertainment. And this should give you a quick reality check. So going into this new dating market, what we're experiencing now, the reason why that is, there's a large pool of men that women are going to cut out. The average guy, the boring guy, the not so sexually appealing guy, they're going to be 86'd. But the offset of that is you have older men picking up the game because they're leaving their men as well at 40, 38, 45. So men that have the capital and the income and the house and the lifestyle, they're retraining and learning and adapting to the new dating market. Because when you look at it, we as men, we want the same type of women, young, fine, and fit. So these women, they understand this. So this is becoming a bidding war. And the woman is going to go with the highest bidder initially until she sees what comes with going with this higher bidder. So if you look at the news, you're seeing men getting shot, violence over women because another man is sleeping in this man's house. It was just a report the other day. I put it on my Instagram. This man was living in another man's house because the woman said, hey, you can come stay here. My man he's on the job. He's going to be gone 6 to 8 months, maybe a year. Not knowing the man may have got the contract ended early. He came home early and noticed a man living in his home that he pays the bills. So these women will coerce you into doing very foolish things with your life and with your money. You need to lead at all times. Do not let up. Do not compromise. You need to lead at all times. It's not the go along, get along bullshit. That shit is out the window. Everything that you do from this point forward has to have a meaning. And the only time you take trips and do all of this is if it's warranted due to her exceptional behavior and your accomplishments. Going on trips and doing all of this and that type of shit It's cool if it's light. Okay, we can do it here and there. It has to be very rare. But every few months, all of this going places, that shit has to stop, because you're hemorrhaging money that should be invested and saved for a rainy day and to take you to the next level in life. Do not compromise your future because you want to appease your woman. That is going to lead you to regret, knowing that you know better. This new dating marketplace is going to get very vicious. You need to understand your time and money and resource is going to be critical. You need to hold that dear to your heart. You need to consistently grind, elevate, take yourself to the next level, because if you don't, you're going to squander it trying to appease a woman that cannot be pleased because she's a pleaser by nature. You will get caught up in the feelings and say, okay, I'll just do this because you're in this happy mood. She just fucked you good and all of this, sucked you good. And she's asking you, let's go here. And you're like, yes, because that you're in this state of euphoria. Those endorphins are kicking in heavy. So you turn into a yes man temporarily. No more compromise. Everything that you do, every dollar that's spent should be spent wisely, and you should be spending the bulk of that into investment. The dinner dates, going here is date night. Fuck all that. Nah. That shit has to go, because it's not going to be appreciated. It's not appreciated. It's just expected at this point. And the older men, your competition, that are also re-entering the dating marketplace, a lot of them, they have the money to say, okay, well, I know I got to pay the cost because I don't have the physical appeal. I don't have the look. I don't have the swag, but I have the bread. And that's how you catch birds, is with bread. So these women are going where the money is. These women don't care about you. They only care about themselves. If a woman that cares about you, she's going to make sure that you win. She's not going to be suggesting spending money on bullshit every week, every other day. She's going to be coming to you with plans, things that's going to help you grow, etc. Making sure that you're in a happy mental space. Any drama that's coming with it, no, that's 86th. That's going to be 86th. It's going to be zero. It's zero. At this stage in the game, fellas, is zero tolerance for any and all bullshit. It's zero tolerance. But I might do a part 2 to this. I got another video that I saw today, and this is something common that you've been seeing, but it just goes to show you the level of toxicity women have with their children, especially their daughters. It's just something to see. But y'all stay tuned for that video. It's the Date Master.